President Biden was in favor of a fourth stimulus check if Congress were to cough up the proposals. Now, her exact words were, "We'll see what members of Congress propose, but those are not free." She added that President Biden was open to hear from a range of ideas on what would be the most effective and what's most important to the economy moving forward. Now, if it's proposals that they're looking for, then we have plenty on the books right now. The latest one being the guaranteed income bill from Representative Ilhan Omar that would give monthly stimulus checks of $1,200 for adults and $600 for children. Representative Ilhan Omar tweeted, "Poverty is a choice." I don't know about that, but it's time we prioritize new economic indicators and economic policies that will prioritize sustainable and equitable growth. Today, we're introducing two bills, a guaranteed income bill and a bill to establish an alternative economic metric. And there were three more before that. You had the House resolution to end poverty. Now, this includes stimulus checks in addition to a minimum wage increase, expanded unemployment insurance, affordable and public housing, free education, as well as canceling debts. Basically, this one puts all the money proposals on the table for Congress to just pick and choose, and we'll get a win no matter what happens. You've also got the ABC Act, also known as the Automatic Boost to Communities Act. Now, this one's pretty much short and simple. It's a $2,000 fourth stimulus check straight out, plus $1,000 monthly stimulus checks until 1 year after it's declared officially over. Loss of earnings, medical expense loss, replacement services loss, and loss due to death. Now just imagine a make-your-own stimulus type of situation there. Pretty cool, right? Well, we're keeping an eye on all of these different proposals in our daily news update. If there is a stimulus check proposal out there, you better believe that I'm keeping my eye very closely on it. But seriously, any one of these proposals, any one of these stimulus check proposals could easily be inserted into the $3.5 trillion stimulus package being written in the Senate. Just over the last month, the petitions gathered about 175,000 new signatures. Petition author and restaurant owner Stephanie Bonin said it took 9 months for Congress to send a second stimulus check and just moments to spend it. Moving forward, Congress needs to make recurring stimulus checks automatic if certain triggers are met. No more waiting around for our government to send the help that we need. Sign to join our movement to get recurring stimulus checks to the people. And this petition itself is making history as the platform change.org recognized it as one of the top 10 petitions that changed 2020. And while all of this Delta craziness is happening, you've got 7.5 million Americans who are facing an unemployment cliff in just a few weeks. That's more than 5 times the 1.3 million people who lost aid in December 2013 as the country walked away from the Great Recession. How many of you guys remember the Great Recession that started in 2008? And so this is exactly why senior fellow at the Century Foundation and a national unemployment expert, Andrew Stetner, is sounding the alarm about the consequences of ending the benefits next month. Basically, what he's saying is we're putting a lot of families at risk. And about the latest jobs report was very strong, but that data was pre-Delta. We also know that the fastest growth of jobs is in the leisure and hospitality sector. Those jobs don't pay that great, and they also require you to be on your feet. Not everyone can do that, and not everyone wants to do that. We were down in a very deep hole, and it will take time to pull out of it. I hope Congress and the White House are listening here as Delta gives Democrats a choice to pass more stimulus in their $3.5 trillion stimulus package, including the possibility of a fourth stimulus check and extending the unemployment benefits. Asked whether or not federal unemployment benefits could be renewed, Senator Bernie Sanders, chair of the Senate Budget Committee, said it's a work in progress. There are a lot of moving parts, and the data's behind it too. During the stimulus provisions, including enhanced unemployment benefits, direct payments, aka stimulus checks, and bulked up food stamps contributed to a sharp decline in poverty. Researchers projected that the poverty rate would fall to 7.7% this year, half the level that it was in 2018. Sanders also said that cutting poverty would be a major focus of the spending plan. This is the richest country on earth. We cannot have our children living in extreme poverty. Senate Finance Committee Chair Ron Wyden of Oregon said earlier this week that including a comprehensive unemployment insurance reform bill and an extension of federal benefits to workers remains a key priority of his. So very good news. There are several key players that are in very powerful positions that are actively going to bat for you guys. And honestly, extending unemployment benefits past Labor Day, it really isn't such a new idea. In fact, we have to remember benefits have been extended during previous recessions. So this really wouldn't be the first time. There's a strong possibility that this could happen again. Now, Stetner also said that we've extended unemployment benefits before. They're usually kept in place several years into a recovery period with the understanding that unemployment happens fast, but re-employment takes time. The most recent example that we have was following the 2008 financial crisis that we discussed earlier. So following the 2008 financial crisis, Congress created and extended emergency unemployment pay through December 2013. By that time, 1.3 million people were left on jobless aid, more than 5 times less than the 7.5 million Americans currently facing the unemployment cliff right now. Another alternative suggested by experts and advocates is setting a phase-out period based on economic conditions like the unemployment rate rather than a calendar date. Now that one makes a lot of sense to me, especially when you look at how fast Congress is to pass new proposals or new bills into law. Strong sarcasm there. But what do you guys think? Sound off in the comments down below. Let me know, am I off base here? Am I hitting some points? Talk to me, guys. And here's the latest piece that we found. The ultra-rich millionaires and billionaires themselves, I'm not kidding, guys, look at this. 83 millionaires have signed an open letter calling for governments to impose higher taxes on the wealthy to help fund the recovery from the millionaires said a huge debt was owed to those working on the front lines of the pandemic and highlighted that essential workers were grossly underpaid for the burden they carry. They warned of the need to rebalance our world before it's too late. There will not be another chance to get this right. Unlike tens of millions of people around the world, we do not have to worry about losing our jobs, our homes, or our ability to support our families. The signatories continued by saying that they were also much less likely to be victims of this emergency. Now, together with them are numbers 2 and 3 richest people in the world. You've got billionaires Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. Now in his post, in his blog, Bill Gates notes, the billionaire advocate for higher estate taxes, we've updated our tax system before to keep up with changing times, and we need to do it again, starting with rising taxes on people like me. Warren Buffett said, raising billionaires' taxes is the best way to help a guy who is a wonderful citizen but just doesn't have the market skills. Buffett suggested that Congress expand income tax credits to low-income Americans, raising taxes on high earners in the process. Other big names of the ultra-rich taxes include former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz, granddaughter of the Walt Disney Abigail Disney, billionaire financier George Soros. He signed the letter with his son, Alexander Soros. Michael Bloomberg even ran with a rising taxes on the wealthy platform on his 2020 presidential campaign. Now, I'm really wondering why Congress is still hesitating here. I mean, what's the deal? And like we've been talking about before here on our channel for a while, once they have those wealth and corporate tax hikes locked in, then we'll definitely have the wiggle room to include what we really want in the coming stimulus packages. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a fourth stimulus check. I'm talking about expanding or extending the unemployment benefits. Even one of our community favorites, the $500 increase to your monthly SSI. Does any of that sound good to you? And if you guys missed any of my previous ones, now is the time to catch up. Just head on over to our channel playlist section to see all of the stimulus favorites all neatly packaged for you guys for your viewing pleasure. We got SSI increase, we've got student loan forgiveness, and of course, the fourth stimulus check. So, they're all there. Definitely check those out right after this video. And you can even catch the recording of our latest live session with my brother. We went in on some serious topics, and we even covered how to generate $2,000 per month on your own, working from your laptop, from your smartphone.